Hi everyone, welcome to Talk Tonight Sports. I'm joined today with Jamie Oldfield, BKB fighter, bare knuckle. Absolutely smashing at the minute, pal. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much. And yourself?
Yeah, all right, thanks, mate. All good, all good. So get straight into it. You're fighting on the 27th of this month, obviously subject to COVID. How are you feeling for it already?
Yeah, feeling as good as I can. Obviously, the gyms are shut now, aren't they? So,
Isn't it? Yeah. How are you finding that with your training and stuff?
I find my fitness is better in
Yeah,
because I'm just like constantly running now.
yeah. So the road work's coming in a
Running,
lot more, isn't it? Yeah,
bike, but yeah, I've never really focused on running as much. So this time, I'm smashing the miles in on running and the bike
yeah.
as well. I'm having to do obviously a lot more shadow boxing.
Yeah. You've got
In
a bag in that at home, haven't you? You've got some stuff at home too.
Yeah, I've got the bag and not that set up, so I do that as well. Um,
Stuff.
but it's
Different,
technically,
but at least you're doing something with it. Yeah, definitely. That's it.
yeah. But I've won a fight, so it's what
Yeah.
I've got to do.
So yeah, going back to how you got into everything, you've professional boxer. You've done stuff before that as well. You've done MMA. If I'm honest with you, I know you've done every bit of fighting which is possibly available to you. 3-0 boxer, two knockouts in the first round as well. Which was a great record, to be fair, isn't it? How come you don't mind me asking, how come you're thinking of going over to the BKB? How come that was something you thought would be good for you?
Really, because I want I feel like in boxing, a lot of the fights are like handpicked.
Yeah, yeah,
Not even if it's like not by the fighter themselves, even if it's like the fighter's manager or whatever.
yeah,
I wanted like the harder fights to push myself, not like to disrespect or big myself up, but like I just wanted them hard fights, and I thought the opportunity arose for the bare knuckle.
yeah.
So I thought it's another combat sport that I've never done, so I'll give it a go. And then when he had the last fight, I just fell in love with it. So
Yeah.
I
I mean,
thought
going back to you, going
I
back
just
to your first
thought
fight there, you've had the one fight, haven't you, in the bare knuckle at the minute, which was unfortunately was a loss. But I've seen the fight back, and you just give it as good as it went. It could have gone either way, to be fair. And it was your first fight, wasn't it? The other guy was what, four fights or something like bare knuckle.
3, 4 fights, won them all,
Yeah,
won them all by knockout,
yeah.
which was
To go the full
and
distance with him as well, pal, was unbelievable. To be fair, you rattled him a few times when I'd watched it back, so it was
to
as I
big
said,
him
it
up
could have
and
gone either
all.
way.
I'll big him up a little bit because, as well. He's actually fighting for the British title
Oh yeah,
in his next fight. He had a fight after me against a very known Cage Warriors MMA fighter, Azzy Thomas, and he battered him and all.
yeah.
I can't even say that word.
Annihilated.
And that's the one. He just done that to him, battered him. So
Yeah, fair enough. Well, fair enough.
yeah, but
So going back to how you got into everything, why did you start fighting? What was the reasoning behind it? I know you personally. I know all this myself. But for everyone who's listening, why did you actually start fighting?
um, really, it's because it was like a confidence thing. Um, when I was younger, I went into the boxing gym when I was like dead young, 7-ish, and I fell in love with that. I stopped for a bit after that, and I found like I weren't confident at all. I then couldn't even walk into a shop, and I'd be like paranoid or whatever. And then I just started training again, the MMA and that after that, and then I found myself like so confident in the gym around people that was in the gym, and then just carried on then, and then my confidence was building up because of that. And
Yeah,
I was around people who were a lot older than me all the time, and then I found myself. So it was basically the confidence. It was a big, massive confidence builder for me.
yeah, 100%. I mean that's it, isn't it? I know you've been in all different types of fighting sports, which you said, and you've done it from an early age as well, which is quite a big thing. I mean, from that age as well, discipline and everything from a fighting background. I started when I was young as well, like 10, and I know how it changed me because similar to yourself. I wouldn't say I wasn't confident, but I just didn't really stand up for myself. I wasn't interested in anything. I just found myself just falling into boxing, and it ended up working for the better for me. Like the best bit of discipline I probably could have had. So I mean, you're going into your fights and stuff now. You've had all these fights, you've got all the experience in it. How does it feel at the minute? I mean, when you're fighting, what do you think before it? What's in your mindset to go into the fight?
Yeah, my first, I was obviously really nervous, and I was just like nervous, thinking, what if this happens, what if that happens, and now it's more like I'm just like buzzing for it now. I just want to get in there, and like I'm not thinking what that other person's doing. I'm just thinking, what am I going to do to win this fight now? I'm not thinking what if he catches me like this, and I'm just thinking I need to catch him like this, or.
One thing you taught me that, because obviously we used to train together and stuff. I remember you can remember my first proper semi-pro fight without head guards and was like big gloves and what have you. I was bricking it the whole fight, to be honest with you, before it, and you were just like, just calm down, just get into the fight, and whatever happens, and I come out of it in a third round knockout, which was great for me. It really helped my confidence. But ultimately, like I never thought of it that way. I always thought what had happened to me. And I think the way the mindset which you changed over is a great thing to have, to be fair, because there's nothing worse than that the last half an hour before you get into a fight, you've got all the adrenaline inside you. You're scared, your hands are going, you're shaking like mad, and it's just a mad feeling. But I know you're very calm before. I've been several of your fights, and I know what it's like. Going back to your fights, we do music on this page as well, which is I've ended up on here. Morning Glory is a walkout. I mean, what a tune. You've always had that. Why that song?
It's obviously, as you know yourself, like I've always I love Oasis.
Yeah.
Love everything Noel and Liam do. And then I think that song, when them like sirens go off at the beginning, it like triggers something in my head. It's like it's ready for like war now.
Yeah.
As soon as I could be like totally calm. As soon as them sirens come on, it's like killer mode.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a mental thing for me. And then obviously when it starts kicking in, the lyrics, what is it? All your dreams are made.
Yeah.
No.
When you chain to the mirror and the razor blade, that's the
one. Today's the day the world will see.
Yeah.
But them lyrics just like speak volumes to me. It like I'm basically saying to the crowd like, you're gonna see like this me now. This is me. Plus, because it's a top tune, everyone who comes to watch it loves it, so they're all bouncing and get the atmosphere going as well.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Following line with that, you're a Man City fan, aren't you? Yeah, an avid Man City fan, absolutely loved them. Why City? I mean, are you one of these who, I mean, don't shoot me down, are you one of these who's done it since the first day, or have you done it since the money come in? When did you start with Man City?
To be honest, I didn't really follow football at a young age. Really. I'm not gonna say I've always loved. Like, I'm not gonna say I was a massive City fan or anything like. I always liked them and that, but didn't really follow football. When I put my mind to it, I'm gonna start following football. It was Man City. The year I started supporting them, they finished. Was it 14th, something like that?
Yeah.
2 years later or something, obviously all the money coming.
Yeah, so before that, which is good.
Yeah, and then started winning everything. But now I'm gonna win much now. So.
Well, I doubt that. I mean, you've got the team there. It's just it's a stepping stone, isn't it, at the minute? And it's just because the fans are not there. I think everything's different. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan, you know that. And we've had some banter about this in the past, and it's hard at the minute because the fans are not there. And I think with the current COVID situation, I think any sport's weird without any fans in it. You're watching the boxing. I mean, I was watching the Katie Taylor fight last night, and there's no one there. And, it's just a weird setup. It is a massively weird setup.
when a team's going down, they need some teams like Liverpool have got a massive fan base. If they go down 3 goals, them fans are like an extra player.
Yeah, yeah.
Liverpool have done it before, Champions League against Barcelona, 3-0 down or whatever it was.
Yeah,
fans
well.
get up, and then that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a massive thing, mate. And I think the sooner we get fans back into the stadium, the sooner everything's going to get back to normal. I think that'll be the normality for a lot of people, is going to a game on a Saturday. That's what your life revolves around. It's like going to a church, really, isn't it? Sometimes, you know.
And I miss fried chicken at the Etihad.
Oh, okay. The fried chicken. Fair enough. Right. Going back into the boxing and stuff. What's been the most challenging, or I guess the hardest fight you've ever had? If you can put a pinpoint on it and say, you know what, this is where I've been. Because I've seen your fights, and I know some of them have been, as you said, first round knockouts, which you've cleaned them out in about 13 seconds. Like, it's mad. But I mean, what's the one where you've gone, right, okay, I need to step the game up here?
The bare knuckle one, my last one.
Was it?
Bare knuckle.
Yeah. Without gloves, what's it like? I mean, for everyone who's listening, what's it like getting punched in the face apart from the gloves? I mean, I know when you get hit with the face and the gloves, the adrenaline kind of takes the pain away, and as soon as you finish the fight, everything starts hurting then. But I don't know about yourself. What's it like with knuckle?
That first time, and I got in, and it was like we were working each other out for the first 10, 15 seconds. And I remember after that, he hit me with I think it was a jab, and then a straight right, and that right broke my nose.
Oh, right.
Within the space of 20 seconds, I've got my nose broke.
Yeah.
Straight after that, he's hit me with another shot. After that, and he split the top of my eye. So within 30 seconds, I broke my nose and split my eye. And I thought to myself, what am I doing in here?
Well, I know, but it is mad.
There was blood all over me. It was getting in my eyes. It was And then he battered me for that round. Battered me. So I went back to my corner and I was like, right, what am I going to do here? And he was like, scrap the boxing now, just have him a fight.
Yeah.
So I think and all, after that, I weren't hurting at that point then. I weren't hurting.
You go numb after a bit, don't you? It starts becoming...
Yeah, so back in, I thought I blitzed him in the second round. Third round, he run off a little bit and then it was even. But after the fight, I remember trying to eat a donut on the way home. My jaw was just out of here.
Yeah.
I couldn't shoot. My eye was killing. My nose. I couldn't breathe out my nose or anything.
I remember seeing you after the fight, pal. I remember what it was like. It was like, it was crazy. Right, going.
And you turned around and said to me, well, you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's it. You complain about it after it, and that's what everyone always says to me is after. I mean, I box, but when we're fighting there and you get out of it, you got black eyes and broken nose, and I just felt like your mum, to be honest with you. It's like after the fight, I turned to you and was like, well, you know, my mum always used to say to me after every fight was, you know what you get yourself into. Don't come to me crying if you're hurting. And that's it, isn't it? Right, going back into some other stuff. I know you've done quite a bit of charity work as well, haven't you? With boxing, I was in a corner with you about a year and a bit ago, for some charity fight you've done, and before that as well. I know you've done loads of stuff for charity, which is great. I mean, it really stands out for your characteristic and stuff. Why? What is it you feel when you're doing that? I mean, why do you do that? If you don't mind me asking, what's is there a reason behind you helping people out and stuff? Because just rather give you the limelight to say, this is what I do it and why I do it for, you know?
Yeah, because I like, but I just feel like people that have not got much and like, it's nice to give them a little bit back. Obviously, you can't give them the whole world, but even if like this year and for my next fight, any proceeds that I make for my next fight, portion of that's going away, and we're gonna me and my missus are gonna do like boxes for the kids and drop them off at a food bank.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
And it's gonna have like little toys in and like colouring books and like sweets and just little things for Christmas, and that's just for like struggling families.
Yeah.
month who's going to go to the bank can pick 1 or 2 little boxes up, depending on how many kids they've got. And it just maybe, even if it's a Christmas Eve, just to make a kid happy for like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So that's what we're doing this year. Plus, I've got the mental health awareness portion of the money is going to go to that because I'm highly staffed at the minute. So, yeah. But in the past, I've done stuff like I lost my granddad due to bleeding on the brain. So I've done charity work for the Neurological Centre in Liverpool, Walton Centre, because that was close to my heart. So I am going to go back and do something else for them. I climbed Snowdon on Christmas Eve the other year. That was for, is it Claire's house in Liverpool? I forgot the name of it now. That was for them, raise money for them. I'll keep doing it. I think as long as people need help, I'll keep doing a little bit, even if it's only with 200 quid. It can get them something, can't it?
It goes to help, yeah, definitely, mate. And it's an inspiration for everyone who doesn't do anything. There's people out there who need the help, and you're going out your way and you're doing that. I mean, you said on Christmas Eve, that's like a big day. You spend with your family and stuff. You didn't spend it at the top of a mountain in Wales, you know what I mean? So it's mad. Right. Going back to the fighting and stuff, you've got a nickname, haven't you, for your boxing, which is the Omen. Why is that your nickname? I've never asked you this before. I just went with it, but I've never actually asked why your name was the Omen.
Yeah, this is just coming out now, actually. Because my mum always called me the Devil Child since the day I was born. So I thought it'd be plus it went with me like Omen Oldfield.
Yeah,
so I thought that's good. I'll take that. So I kept it like that.
Oh, brilliant. And another thing with the music as well, you're a massive Linkin Park fan, haven't you? You're a massive Linkin Park. You've got, is it Chester Bennington on your leg tattooed? Yeah, I've seen the tattoo. I know how good it is. Why? I mean, you love Linkin Park. What place do they hold in your heart, really? Is it?
Yeah, because I just
Chester
Because like when I was going through a hard time and that, and like I was having mad thoughts and things like that, I put the songs on and the lyrics that he was singing, like it's not just a song, it like hit me like in my heart.
Yeah.
And I just believe he saved so many people. He couldn't save himself, but he saved probably thousands, maybe even million people in the just through his songs.
Yeah.
So I think the band and the songs and him do hold a place in my heart because it personally helped me.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I mean, he's a great musician. It's a shame he's gone. Similar situations with like Chris Cornell and stuff who were good mates of him, and it's just mad to see artists of that caliber just do the things they do sometimes. And what would it be like now if he was still here? What would it be? What would the music be like? What would everything be like? And I guess he's a legacy which stands on for the time being. I don't know if you're aware, but Mike Tyson's making a comeback with Roy Jones Jr. on the 27th of this month. I think it's a 6-round fight, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think on like the likes of George Foreman, who made a comeback? Obviously, Mike Tyson's doing it now. So, how do you feel about that? What do you reckon it is? It's mad.
I think a portion of it is like once you're a fighter and you fought at that level, I think you can never get it out of your system.
Yeah.
You'd always get the urge to fight. You're around it all the time. You want to get back in there. But I think another portion of it now, there's a lot more money in boxing.
Yeah.
So if he comes back, he could make 20 million or whatever off this.
Yeah, whatever he wants, really.
Everyone's going to buy it.
Yeah.
So
you reckon he'll win?
I think more it, but I feel Mike Tyson's just got that hunger to fight and he always has. I think he just loves fighting.
Well, do you reckon Tyson will win it then? Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
Because Roy Jones obviously is a great boxer, but over the last years he's still been fighting, and he's been a bit of like I don't want to disrespect him, but because his legacy and his records unbelievable, but he's been a bit of a stepping stone the last few years. If I'm honest with you, it's been a bit of a name ticket, and it'd be interesting to see what Tyson does now when he comes back and fights. But it's just a bit of a mad one, to be fair. Just see what happens, really. Right, I'm going to do a few questions with you now, Jamie. Just some quick fire questions. Just say the first thing that comes to your head. So, first one, Who's the best boxer of all time in your opinion? We might have lost you. Jamie there.
About that.
I know what he did. Jamie just his phone died there, so he's come back on. Right. As I was saying, so here's some quick fire questions. So yeah, first one. The best boxer of all time in your opinion?
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather. 2, the best UFC fighter?
John Jones.
John Jones. 3rd, best album of all time?
Nirvana, MTV Unplugged.
4, favourite city memory?
Where Oscar Garden in the last few minutes.
I think that's everyone. I mean, I'm not even a City fan, but that for me was one of the best things I've ever seen football-wise. Fury or Joshua?
Fury.
Fury. Do you reckon that fight will actually happen?
Hopefully in 2021. I'd like it.
That'll be 21-22, but he's got to fight Wilder again, according to his all the rumours and stuff. Wilder's now calling him back out, saying he didn't want it, and now he's saying he does want it and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see.
His drink doesn't get spiked.
Big man with a load of excuses, and that's all he is. I'm not a huge fan of Deontay Wilder. I think he's just one punch person, but he's one of them people. He's got a good record, but against people who are not the likes of Tyson Fury or Joshua and Klitschko or what have you.
Yeah. What? I'll ask you a little question. What do you reckon about Canelo versus Callum Smith?
Yeah, I was going to mention that. To be fair, Callum. I think I'd love to say Callum Smith will do it. I'm a huge Canelo fan. I'd love to say Callum Smith will do it because he's local and he'll be a massive name. And if he does, then I think the rematch will have to be taking place at Anfield. I think that's what will happen. But I don't think. I think he'll do a job on him, Canelo. To be fair, I think he stands still. He'll just block up. He'll throw the punches he needs to. And I think even if he's shown what he did against, I can't remember his name. The last guy he fought. Who was it?
Was it Kovalev?
Yeah, Kovalev. I was going to get confused with Pulev. Then the guy Joshua was fighting Kovalev. He done a job on him, didn't he? I mean, Kovalev done a job for a few rounds, but that's what I mean. Yeah. So to come back to where he was, I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be easy work. I think it might go the distance, but I think he'll just box. He'll just do what he needs to do. And Callum Smith catches him, he's got a good chance. But I do think
Callum Smith is not. Smith hurting him. Gennady Glock. Am I pronouncing?
Yeah, GGG. Let's do that. GGG.
Don't trump me. I'll say Triple G. If he can't hurt him, I can't see Callum Smith.
No,
hurting him.
I mean, I you know myself, and I done them PTs with my Murray last year, didn't I? And the conversations I had with him about the fight we had Golovkin, he said, I've never felt a punch like it. He said, like, I've fought some amazing people. And he said, and I remember the first right hand he threw at me, caught him, his head fell off. He was like, what have I got into here? It's like, I've never felt anything like it. He went a good distance with him, but he got stopped in the 11th. But it'll be an interesting fight, to say the least. But
you watch Triple G hit Canelo clean on the chin numerous times. And Canelo's just like...
Yeah, he does rattle him, you can see it, but he's a very stern face. You can see the way he does it. I think we're approaching the end of this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the opportunity to plug what you need to do. So your next fight, where can everyone watch it if they want to watch it?
Fight TV, it's under BKB lockdown, and if you buy the fight, send one of us a screenshot of the confirmation email, and then that can go towards my sales.
Yeah.
And obviously a portion of that not just like I'm going to make loads of money from the fight.
Yeah.
Portions are going to charities, know what I mean?
Yes. I think you've been for the fight, won't you, if you paid to watch that?
And I'm gonna document everything I do with the charities. I'm gonna document and like release through Christmas. So maybe if you're happy for Christmas.
Yeah, that's what's your Instagram for people to follow you on there so they can see what you're doing on Facebook and stuff? Is it BKB or something? The Omen.
Omen BKB _official.
Yeah, well, go and give Jamie a follow on there. Show him some support. He's doing great stuff, and it'd be an exciting fight, that one, to say the least. Have you got much planned over Christmas, or have you got anything else planned over the next year or so with fighting? Have you got anything in mind which you're looking to do, or?
I keep saying that I'll retire, and I never do. So.
Yeah, the youngest person to retire from 4 sports.
I'd stay in one more fight, and then I get offered another one, and then hard to turn it down, as you know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right, we'll close it off there then, mate. I appreciate you coming on. You've been my first victim for this. So we'll get this out for you. And yeah, obviously stay in contact. Follow the page, and if anyone's got any questions for Jamie, fire it his way. I'm sure he'll answer you. And yeah, you've been listening to Talk Tonight Sports, and if you got any questions, anything you want to know, just drop us both a message and we'll be able to get back to you. All right. Cheers, guys. Nice one.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.